This is the tower. All clear to move on to the lead. Over. Copy that. Here we come. Out. Yardmaster, move is done. We're taking our break. Out.
Hey guys, it's Matt, Trailer for 943. In today's video, I have a new blog episode 15 here on the PRR Keystone. I know it's been quite a while since my last blog episode, and that's because I really haven't done too much on the layout. But recently here, I've got some new things in, and I've started doing some work, so I'll go ahead and show you all that stuff in today's video. Okay, so I know I've shown this before, but this is probably the best thing out of everything I got. This is the Legacy NW2. I will be doing a full review on it, and it will be the next video to come out on my YouTube channel, and still gotta find words for this thing. I love this thing. This thing is great. So keep an eye out for more on that. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. Alright, so I got some cool stuff to show you guys in today's video, so we'll go ahead and start with some track work real quick. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a track right over here. I've thought about it before and I never did it, but now I'm going to. And the reason being, as you guys can see, I have the Legacy subway set here. This is the R27 set. And it's a great set. The only problem is that it has the tethers that link the units together for the door feature, which while the door feature is awesome and I really love that part, the tether is really annoying because just like an MTH ABA, you try not to touch them. You try to kind of leave them on the track and be done with them. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to have a switch over here, then a switch over here, and then I can have the train come in. I'll be able to shut it off through the remote control because I have the MTH DCS system right here, and I'm going to get AIU eventually so I can control the power on and off to this track, this one back here, and then eventually this one in the back. So, and that way this train I can run it when I want to and shut it off when I don't want to run it. So that way it never goes on the wall, it'll always stay here. And in case you're wondering why there's only 4 cars, I have the whole set, but the front and rear car had to go back. The front car, nothing was wrong with it, but the rear car, one of the doors was stuck. Actually, it was this one over here in the back. So that's currently getting fixed right now. It was a simple fix. It wasn't the gearbox or anything. I guess it was a U-joint that was broke or not installed in the car, I guess. So it wasn't the gearbox or anything, thank God. But the dealer fixed it under warranty, so it should be back here soon. And then when it does, I'll wrap up this track here, and then I can run this thing as I please. It's a great set. I did a review on it already, and I'll talk about it more in just a minute. So after that, that's been about the extent of what I did to the layout. I've done nothing else. I have done some custom work as far as like lighting and stuff like that, but I'll show you guys that in a second. But as far as track work, that's it. So, and again, back here I will finish up this track so I can have a pair of switches. Over there I'll have one for this industry, and then I'll have another one that'll lead back onto the main. So that'll be pretty cool. The buildings that you see here, they will stay like this because I really like the look of it. And that's gonna be that. So I got some new items I'm gonna show you guys, and I'll show you guys some custom work. So let's take a look at the new stuff first. Okay, so I know you guys have seen this before, but I'll show it to you anyway. For Christmas, I got the Lionel Legacy R27 subway set, and this set is just phenomenal. So I have done a review on it, and you guys can check that out on my YouTube channel. And from my dad for Christmas this year, I got some money and I bought some stuff from Amazon, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that in a few minutes too. But also I got a couple pre-orders in. I got this Eric's Trains Legacy Station building, and I really like this thing. It looks great next to the train shop, which I got that at a train show, and I'll talk about that too. So After that, I got the Legacy NW2, as you guys have seen. And I also got these 4 cars at the same train show I got the building from. So this one here is a Atlas reefer. MTH brings a very similar reefer to this. My uncle actually has a pair of them. But this one here, I couldn't pass it up. So I got that. I also got the 1989 club car from MTH. My dad actually has this one. And it was a really good price, so I grabbed that too. Then here, this is an MTH Premier New York Central gondola with the pipe loads on it. Really nice car. And then I also have a Weaver New York Central box car. Now, I was in a New York Central mood because I didn't have anything to pull with my New York Central F units up there. So now I finally have some cars for those. So that is pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and show you guys some more stuff and then we'll move on to some custom work. Alright, so I got lots of new stuff for the workbench and also for the trains. So right here I have 2 different colors of wire. I've got a red here and a white here. They had black, but I didn't see the black until I ordered the wires, so I got red and white, but that's okay. So, and then I have this parts holder, which is really nice for all your metal parts, your screws, your tweezers, that type of thing. So down here I have some knives. Go ahead and open those up real quick. So you get the 3 knives, and then you get a whole bunch of blades for those, which is nice. I got some solder and a soldering iron over here. I also got a soldering gun right here, and that came with flux, which is nice because I needed some because I used the lead-free solder. And then I got a heat gun for the heat shrink tubing back there. I got the helping hands, which is really nice for when I'm soldering. And then I got a staple gun with some staples. And then I got these banana plugs for the TIU. And then also a pair of wire strippers. So all that was for my birthday. And then I also got some stuff in from Amazon, and I'll show you guys that too. Alright, so then I also, like I said, got some stuff from Amazon. Now this is more so for custom work that I'm going to be doing. So I got a thing of 100 330 ohm resistors. I got a 100 pack of lights, little LEDs. I got a thing of wire. This is red and black. What is this? 22 gauge. It's great for working with the LEDs. And then here, this is going to be for using very soon. I got a thing of terminal blocks. There's 6 of them in here, which that'll be great for when I rewire, because I'm going to rewire my layout. And then I also got a strip light thing of LEDs. These are good for passenger car lighting. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And then I also got a couple of books. I know men and reading books, but oh well. I got a Modern Toy Train Repair and Maintenance book. That's from Classic Toy Trains. And then this book I've been meaning to get for a long time, and I finally got it. It's the DCS Companion, written by Barry Bruskowitz. And this book, if you don't have it, buy it. It is a wealth of information. It is, I think, 100 and... I don't know, way more than that. 240 pages? Something like that. 241. It is a great, great book. It tells you anything and everything you would ever want to know about any DCS item. The big remote, the TIU, the AIU, the phone app. He also has a one just on the phone app if you want to check that out. And then he's got it on the DCS Commander and the DCS Remote Commander. So pretty much anything you could ever want to know about DCS is in this book. It's a very, very good resource. So now I'll show you guys some custom work, and then I will run some trains for you guys. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys some custom work. So right here I installed the LED in the CSX water tower. This is a Lionel tower, by the way. And I think it looks really cool. I know you can see the seam, but that's the only way you can do it, to have the lights still in there. But I think it looks really cool. And that's that for that. I think it looks really neat. I'll have to show you guys in action one of these days when I wire it up. So, also, I went ahead and wired in the strip lights that I showed you to this hobby shop building, and I also installed this MTH M&M's billboard on top of the building. I think it was really cool, and when it's wired in, it looks really neat. I'll show you what the LEDs look like in a second. So let me show you two other things. Alright, so here's another one. What I did was, this is an MTH floodlight tower, and I took out the top section of the tower, so just the bottom section remains, and I threw in some red LEDs just for something different. And I think it looks really cool. It gives a really neat effect, and it's really cool looking. So I'll go ahead and wire that up eventually, and I'll show you guys that. And I got one more thing to show you, and then I'll show you the LED strips. Alright, so I dimmed the lights so you can see this a little bit better, but I added a track power indicator light, and it's a red LED. And I did that so that way I'll know if this track here has power. Because while I have an engine on over there, I've by mistake not realized that the power was off, and I tried to run a train through there and it kept shutting off because the power wasn't on. So now I have a light that tells me when the power is on, and when it's off, it's out. So that is pretty cool. Alright, so these are the LED strips I was talking about a few minutes ago. As you guys can see, it looks really, really cool. Now to give you a comparison, this is what the car looks like with the incandescent lighting. And in case you're curious of what the incandescent lighting actually is, I'll show you. It is these bulbs here on this tray. And that's what lights the cars. And there is 5 bulbs that light the entire car. On this LED strip, I think there's 6 rows of 3. There's 3 LEDs per little strip, and I think there's 6 sections of it in there, so it looks a lot better. And it just looks so cool. And one thing that I really like is that on the end of the car here, what MTH did when they had these cars, and they do this on all their passenger cars, the rear observation cars, is they have a board that has lights on it for these rear lights, for the marker lights, the top light, and the drum head. And it was so dim that when the car was together like it is now, you could barely see the lights. It was really, really dim. But when I went ahead and took the old lights out and put the new lights in, I did not install that board, so what you're seeing is just the raw LED lighting the entire car. And you can see it's really bright. It looks really cool. Now I can add a pot to this if I want to turn the brightness down, but I personally like it at this brightness, and I think it looks really cool. Now if you want to see a video on how to do this, I can do it on this car if you want to see it. Just let me know in the comments. And then this car here, I also converted it to LEDs, but this car will be a future video because I'm going to get some interior parts for the car. I'm going to completely detail the car, and I'm thinking about adding station sounds to it with the Lionel sound system that they use for the passenger cars. I'm thinking about adding that to it as well. So, but if I end up doing that, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. So, but I will show the interior when I get finished with it. But that's going to about do it for this episode, guys. So like I said, if you want to see this, just let me know. Until then, I'll catch you next time. Let's run some trains for a bit.
Howard, we're ready. Are we clear to pull? Over. Roger that. The lead is yours. Over. Roger that.